Every driver aims for their engine to last longer, operate more smoothly, and perhaps gain a bit extra horsepower. But let me tell you that 11 fake engine oil additives are still being sold under new names after multiple class action lawsuits from engine failures across various states. The most shocking part is that one particular additive was directly linked to exploding head gaskets at just 35,000 miles. In this video, we are revealing 11 engine additives that literally kill, and not just your engine. Watch until the end to discover additives that actually work. Now, let's begin with the one that kills your engine. Main part. Crowning our list with chlorinated paraffins. Imagine intentionally introducing hydrochloric acid into your engine's bloodstream. That's what chlorinated paraffin additives accomplish. These compounds are marketed as extreme pressure lubricants, promising superior protection under metal-to-metal contact scenarios. Under operating temperatures, chlorinated paraffins decompose into hydrochloric acid, the same corrosive substance used for rust removal. I've documented engines that suffered bearing damage, cam lobe etching, and cylinder wall scoring after just 2 oil changes with these products. 1. Chevrolet 350 developed pitted main bearings within 600 miles. That wasn't wear, it was chemical warfare. BMW and even Mercedes manufacturer explicitly prohibits these compounds in their oil specifications. Environmental agencies classify chlorinated paraffins as persistent organic pollutants, yet somehow they're still marketed to unsuspecting car owners. If your additive sounds like it belongs in a hazmat facility, perhaps reconsider its place in your engine bay. Unfortunately, the number 2 additive damages engines while attempting to fix minor issues. Stop leak products represent the automotive equivalent of emergency plumbing repairs. They might temporarily plug holes while creating bigger problems. These chemical cocktails work by aggressively swelling rubber seals, which might stop minor leaks initially, but destroys seal integrity long-term. Seal swelling chemicals attack all rubber components equally, causing overexpansion and eventual complete failure. I've tracked cases where minor valve cover leaks became catastrophic rear main seal failures after stop leak treatment. One customer used stop leak for a minor drip, then returned months later with severe oil pressure loss. The fix cost him an engine rebuild. Finally, we reach the pinnacle of automotive pseudoscience. At number 3, we have fake nanotechnology oil additives. Although they promise microscopic metal particles that magically coat engine surfaces and eliminate wear, in reality, these products abuse scientific terminology to sell expensive solutions for non-existent problems. Legitimate nanotechnology requires years of controlled research and precise manufacturing protocols. $19 bottles from random sellers contain none of these, just metallic sludge masquerading as space-age technology. I've documented failures including turbocharged engines with clogged filters full of metallic debris. One Mazda turbo owner learned this expensive lesson when fake nanoparticles destroyed his turbo bearings within 2 weeks. But overdosing legitimate chemistry seems rational compared to our number 4 additive's complete physics fabrication. Prepare yourself for the most scientifically absurd concept in automotive lubrication: magnetic motor oil. Yes, companies actually market additives claiming magnetic properties that supposedly make oil cling to engine parts through electromagnetic attraction. This violates basic physics. Motor oil isn't magnetic, steel components don't attract charged molecules, and aligned oil molecules exist only in marketing fantasies. These products typically contain metal flakes that accomplish nothing except filter clogging. No SAE testing supports these claims. No OEM approvals exist. Real protection derives from proven chemistry, not comic book science. But before we continue exposing these automotive scams, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss my upcoming video revealing the fuel additives that actually destroy your injection system versus the few that genuinely work. If you think this is it, check out the number 5 peat Teflon-based additives. It is the most ridiculous concept, dumping cooking pan coating into your crankcase. Slick 50 and similar products promise friction reduction using the same material coating your nonstick skillet. Here's the brutal truth. PTFE doesn't dissolve in oil whatsoever. Instead, this synthetic polymer clumps together, settles in your oil pan, and creates white sludge that clogs critical oil passages. I've witnessed engines destroyed by this junk. Scored bearings, starved lifters, and blocked filters. Even DuPont warned manufacturers against using it in motor oil back in the 1990s. Modern engines with microscopic oil galleries absolutely despise foreign particles floating around. Speaking of disasters, our next additive literally creates acid inside your engine. Now let's examine number 6. Graphite-based additives that transform your oil into abrasive paste. Graphite belongs in pencils, not circulating through your engine's lubrication system. These products promise ultra-low friction by coating surfaces with powdered carbon, creating a slippery film that supposedly reduces wear. Reality proves less appealing. Graphite particles don't remain suspended in motor oil. They settle and form abrasive sludge that blocks oil passages. I've disassembled engines where graphite additives created thick black paste, coating the oil pan and blocking critical galleries. Modern engines demand exceptional cleanliness. Tight tolerances cannot accommodate foreign particles, but solid particles pale compared to our next category's outrageous claims. Snake oil restorers, which comes at number 7 of our list. If any product claims to restore compression without tools, you're witnessing consumer fraud. These so-called engine restorers promise to seal rings, fix blow-by, and magically restore horsepower through chemical intervention alone. These concoctions contain thick base oils loaded with metal powders and fillers. They don't repair anything. They temporarily mask symptoms by depositing gunk in worn areas. These thick additives frequently clog oil filters and create circulation problems. One Honda owner's restored engine seized 300 miles into a road trip when the additive blocked his oil filter completely. Speaking of false advertising, Mystery Oil Conditioners specializes in ingredient secrecy. Therefore, they come at number 8. Any product refusing to disclose its ingredients deserves immediate suspicion. These vague oil conditioners hide behind proprietary formulations and generic claims like improves lubrication without providing technical data. Legitimate additives proudly display their chemistry and industry certifications. Mystery blends typically contain random combinations of thickeners, dyes, and industrial leftovers with zero quality control. I've contacted manufacturers requesting basic ingredient information, only to receive corporate doublespeak about trade secrets. Meanwhile, their products consistently cause oil pressure drops and bearing damage. Unfortunately, the number 9 engine additive literally dissolves your oil's protective properties, which is solvent-based engine cleaners. Picture diluting your engine oil with paint thinner. That's what many engine flush products accomplish. These additives contain aggressive solvents like kerosene and naphtha, marketed as sludge removers and varnish cleaners. These harsh chemicals obliterate your oil's viscosity and strip away the crucial boundary layer, preventing metal-to-metal contact. Bearings lose their protective cushion, resulting in immediate wear. I've documented engines that develop severe knocks within hours of using these products. Turbocharged engines face even greater risks, as solvent-thinned oil cannot maintain film strength under boost conditions. Regular oil changes prevent sludge formation far more effectively than any harsh solvent treatment. If your engine needs aggressive cleaning, it likely requires professional mechanical attention, not chemical shortcuts. But overdosing on good intentions creates our next disaster, which is number 10, Xena Overload, ZDDP. Good intentions meet catastrophic consequences with zinc boosters. While zinc was crucial for older flat-tappet engines, modern vehicles tell a completely different story. Contemporary engines already contain precisely calibrated zinc levels in their factory oil formulations. Adding supplemental Z, DP boosters creates a toxic cocktail that destroys catalytic converters and oxygen sensors. The excess zinc vaporizes under heat, coating emission components and rendering them useless. I've tracked cases where owners added high zinc supplements to modern engines, only to face $1,500 plus catalytic converter replacements within 2,000 miles. Current API SN Plus specifications already optimize zinc content for today's metallurgy and emission requirements. More isn't better. It's just costlier when you're replacing emission components every few months. Our next additive proves even good chemistry becomes destructive when misused. At number 11, we have molybdenum disulfide overdose. Molybdenum disulfide represents legitimate anti-wear technology when properly formulated. However, consumer-level products and DIY overdosing create serious problems. Excessive MOS2 settles out of suspension, forming abrasive paste that clogs filters and oil passages. One BMW owner doubled up on molybdenum additives, thinking more meant better protection. Within 300 miles, his oil pressure plummeted as black paste jammed the oil filter. Professional MOS2 formulations undergo extensive testing. Hardware store bottles do not. Modern engines weren't designed to circulate powdered metals. Now, let's talk about 5 engine additives that actually work. On number 5, we have Liqui Moly Moes 2 Anti-Friction. This German-engineered formula uses properly suspended molybdenum disulfide that genuinely reduces wear in high-mileage engines without clogging your system. Number 4 brings us Arcoil AR9100, a friction modifier that actually solves power stroke diesel stiction problems and improves hydraulic injector performance where other products fail. At number 3, Trabotex represents the only legitimate nano additive available, developed through NASA and Department of Energy research using actual ceramic particles that bond under pressure rather than fake metallic sludge. Number 2 is VGMOA motor oil additive, a professional-grade formula that extends oil life and maintains protection under extreme conditions, trusted by service professionals nationwide. Finally, number 1 is Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer, a viscosity improver that genuinely helps worn engines maintain oil pressure and reduce noise when used appropriately in high-mileage applications. These 5 products have proven chemistry, real-world results, and don't rely on marketing gimmicks to sell bottles. Stop destroying your engine with fake science and start using proven chemistry. Subscribe for more automotive truth that saves you money.